Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today is my gonna get into trying to get into doing some videos, and art is what I've been dying to do. So I thought I saw this Halloween paper, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna draw. I saw this oh, I can't remember her name on YouTube, and she did this really cool Procreate video on how to draw this like mirror and the like a mouth in it bleeding, and you know it's my kind of thing. So I thought I'm gonna try doing it on some paper. When I'm done, I'll link her down below, her videos. You can go check it out if you're interested. You know, I'm obsessed with my iPad. And that's how, when I'm not feeling it, that's what I do. I sit and that's what I've been doing for the last couple of months because it just helps, you know. But I want to get into like paint and all the things. So I started recording and it didn't show up well. So we're going to try it again. What I did was I drew a circle. I just traced my tape because I still can't draw a circle. And believe me, you'll see me go like this and then tap and then tap. And if you have Procreate, you know exactly what that is. I do that quite a bit. So I got my circle and I got my little handle here, which I will outline darker. I'm using my pencil. This is an 8B. This is a Faber-Castell Jumbo. And I got the matte versions of Faber-Castell pencils. I love to sketch in charcoal and stuff like that, so I thought that would be really fun. Also to draw on video and stuff so the gloss doesn't like reflect back. So I'm gonna use, maybe I'll use my 12B. Maybe we'll be able to see better. I was gonna do a stupid joke. All right. I pushed too hard. No. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend so far. You can tell I'm still a little bit sick, but it's just a really bad allergy, head cold type deal. Last night we went and babysat my nephew, which we love doing. So I got to spend some time with him, and Emily went. And speaking of Emily, if you guys would be so kind to go check out her channel, it's linked down below, or you could look up Emily Jo Donovan. I would appreciate that so much. Just lending some love and support. I know some of you already do. I can't find my other eraser, but it would just mean so much to me. Please. She does book reviews, makeup, all kinds. She's gonna, you know, add more things, so I can't really talk right now about like her private stuff, but she may on her video when time comes right. Okay, so I do the handle. This is going to be not a magnifying glass, but a hand mirror, right? So because I am so whack at drawing circles and that kind of thing, what I thought to do, which I love, like the pretty like, you know, kind of not lace, but it's just going to be kind of like, you see what I'm saying? And then we can even go back in. You know, I'm not going for, we're not going for realistic. Now, if I was on my iPad or my Procreate, I would, you know, do my little thing here and move it down this way. But I'm not, so I didn't, you know, it's life, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, she did, I'm so sorry for my dogs, a nose, like right here. So if I'm looking, let me hold this real quick. If I'm looking this way, but I want it to be, okay, so I want it to be sitting, so I want to be looking in it. So I guess, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to do a face. So I'm going to do kind of like the bottom of a face. Right? And we'll do a little bit of a chin. Yes, I erase a lot. That's alright. I don't care. Back in the day, I've been doing videos since 2005, I guess. I don't even know. Off and on. And when I used to draw back in the day, which I drew so much better than I do now, because of my hands and my head, but people would be like, you can't erase if you were a good drawer. Kiss my ass. Yes, I will. And you can too if you want. Because everybody makes mistakes, so I can't you. So I'm thinking I can mess with, I was going to curse. I can mess with that when I'm done. Okay. And then, so the lips will go here. So I'm going to do, you know, I always do the lips exaggerated because I have no lips. I think I gave them all to my daughter. And I will adjust this. This is a lot easier for me, doing it this way. So I'm always like, well, I'm going to do some big lips. And then I'll do... Okay. You guys know I adjust all the time. And then up here, I will do... Well, that might be too far. I might have to erase that. Should have done the nose first. Typical Kelly, right? Let's do like this. With the nose. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So I have my good Vanish eraser, which I love these things. I really have to order more of these. If you want to know, I know, oh gosh, the questions I have to answer for so many things, so many people, but I'm just going to say this right now, and I'll, you know, what you need to get started for mixed media, but this eraser is the best eraser I've ever used, because I hate the little squishy things that come off of it, and it does it all in one round. Watch. Let's see. Look at that. I got two little peeps. And I don't get it all over it, just, I'll have to vacuum that, but you know. Alright, so here's my nose. So, I'm going to do like a little, just so I can kind of see. Here we go. See how off I was? I don't care. I like showing the different, like the full process, because then when you're starting out, you don't feel like you're doing it wrong. Because I've been doing this for years and I still screw up. My brain sees things wrong. I go uphill. I don't know why. I'm always drawing uphill. I'm drawing up that hill. I know we're not allowed to use music, and I'll probably get tagged for that. But that's alright. Okay. There we go. So you see? So I'm kind of like looking in the mirror. Maybe making a squinch face. But I can fix that. Okay. This is really... all it is. Okay, so we have that. Now I'm going to draw the face part. So I want my chin. Like this, because it's going to be like the bottom half of my face. Okay. Alright. Not mad at it. Gonna go with it. Gonna go with it. So I want to paint this all in black. So, the way I used to. Just going to paint on the cap. I give it a squish. And I'm ready to go. And paint this black. And imagine, like I was like, oh, I could do like all these little, I have like 8x8 canvases and 6x6 canvases, all the things. And I was like, boy, I could do all kinds of different kind of looks. Like with the bottom half in the mirror and like really, you know, decorate the mirror and do all the things. So I was like, I saw this Halloween paper and I'm like, let me play and see, because this is my aesthetic whether it's February or October. It's alright. Some of us just love that stuff, and I happen to be one of them. Okay. And basically it's just the bottom half of a face. So this is going to be, which I'll do like a light gray kind of over it, so it's like the mirror, you know, reflection. Like this is going to be the face. So now I'm going to get that washed out, let that dry, and talk to you for a minute while that dries. So one of the things I'm going to be doing as well as I used to do before, because a lot of people love long videos. A lot of people hate long videos. So what I'm going to try to do my best is, if I sit and do this as a long video, when I upload it, you'll see it like this. If you'll see it in a short form, or I will like speed through it in a sense. Maybe I'll talk over it. Maybe it'll have music. I have no idea yet. But you'll have both to be able to watch, to whichever one you like the best. People, like I said, everybody likes something different, and it's hard to like please everybody. So I just thought, when I saw this on YouTube, I was like, oh, you know what, I'm going to try to paint it. Have some Halloween fun. Really got to get this area cleaned up though, which is my famous last words. Okay, so let's start with this. And I'm going to go light first. And I'm going to use the light flash, actually, because I'm going to shade it with some brown. I have my creativity candle lit. I did my incense, all my things, which I love. Let's see if this will work for me. Okay. I can outline everything when I'm done. But like I said, I'll be shading it. So. There we go. Okay. I'm not going to worry about wetting it, because I'm going to go now in with my skin tone, which is just a little deeper, because I've been playing with these a lot lately. Just going to go in just a tap. And I'm just going to go on the outside. That's all. And then my, what color do I want to use? Maybe I'll use the quinacridone gold, which I love. And this is in Deco Art Media. I love these little paints. I want this to be dry. Let's see. I'm just going to go down the edges. Like I said, this is just, I was going to originally do this also on an ATC card. But I thought, ooh, if I'm going to record, I don't want to keep making mistakes. And have, you know, on a little thing. Okay. And of course, it's like on the paper. So the paper, I should have probably done it on a canvas, but like I said, I wanted to kind of get me, you know, back into all this. Go heavier on this side. Oh, what's my computer doing? Please don't start over. No, it's all right. Everything. My computer, Dave had to redo, like, for me not using it and using it, I think I talked about it in another video, having this as my foster room, and the puppies are just like enjoying it, playing and ripping all my stuff out. So now everything's up, and I'm getting my next foster puppies next Sunday. So alright, I'm just going in with my brush cleaned off, and just kind of, and I don't need to always get to the, it could be highlights and all, so I'm not too worried about that. Now that I look at this, it is a little bit redder than I wanted. I might have to go and just skim it with some brown or black, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. And then I'm going to do the face. So I'm not even going to wet my brush. I'm going in with my light finish. Oh my god, I missed painting and just, oh, I really did. Okay, so here, I'm just going around. Now, if I was smart, because this is orange, how opaque do I want it? Do you know what I'm saying? Do I use my gesso? Could I have clear gessoed all this? Yeah. Did I? No. No, I already started. But it's alright. Is anybody watching Amazing Race? I love the show. So anytime I'm able to, like, I'm like, oh, I want to go visit there and visit here. And then I got the people from Derek and, I can't remember her name right now, Erin? I think it is. From Big Brother, and so I really want them to win. I didn't watch Big Brother this season in the summer. It was just too much for me to do. And as you guys know, we watch a lot of foreign shows. We're watching a Nordic one now. We just watch all kinds. So, that's kind of, you know, we're going to start that Guillermo del Toro thing on Netflix. We watched that movie, Terrier. You know why I said Terrier? It's Terrifier too. But because, oh, who was it on my Facebook when I wrote asking if people had seen it? She goes, I thought you had Terrier too. The dog movie. No, Terrifier too. And it was really good. If you like horror, you probably already saw it, but it's good. I don't know how people were gagging and throwing up watching it, because you could definitely, I mean, it was just over the top, but it was really good. We really enjoyed it. And Emily too, which she watched horror movies with us and shows and stuff like that for the most part. She's not necessarily loves it as much as we do, but she'll watch it. She was excited to watch that because she saw the first one with us. And the first one, my girlfriend said, is on Tubi, I think, free. It's called Terrifier. So, if you're interested. The second one, I don't even know what it's on right now. Dave says, this is what we're watching. I'm like, okay. So, I don't ask what it's on or anything like that. This is such a good lesson on why I use gesso. This right here. I should clip this out of this video and say, why should you use gesso? Right here. Okay. So yeah, so that's, we haven't watched too much for, oh, what else did we watch that we hated? Oh, the Halloween. The one that was just out. Hated that. I think the base of it was good, the concept, but like I don't know, just I didn't like the different stories going on to me. I didn't like how they did that, but and I welcome anybody to let me know how you feel about it. But it just, I don't know. It's not. When I imagine the last Halloween, that's not what I imagined it to be. I always tell Dave, because my husband's a writer, and he's a good writer, and he does a lot for companies and stuff. Right now, he's like a copywriter and stuff, so, for websites. But, when we're done watching that, I'm like, Jesus, why, like, you need to be writing this movie. Like, oh, he would have done so much better. And the person one of the people who wrote it, I love. We watched, he's in what is it called? The Gemstones? And he's like a comedian kind of actor. I don't know. I mean, bless him, but it wasn't my gig at all. Okay, so I think we all know that that's going to be the face right now. And then I'm going to go in here with the nose. You hear my dogs rustling? I had a mama dog. I talked about it, I think. And I had her babies. They were a day old. And they all got adopted. Everybody got adopted out. And then this one, this one I got back, Lucy. The people had never had a dog before. And, it was a lot and all the things. So she came back to us. And I was going to adopt her out again. But Dave and I both were like, we just loved her, and I felt so bad because I didn't want her to, like, she was here, and then we raised her till she was like 8 weeks old, and then she went to another home for a couple weeks, and then she was there, and then they brought her back here, and I'm like, I don't know if I have the heart to send her to another home. Like, I do feel that animals have souls and feelings and all that kind of stuff. So, I just didn't feel right doing that. I'm just going to add a little bit of the darker around. So, him and I talked about it and everything like that, and he just fell in love with her. She was just such a good dog. So we ended up adopting her. And she's the sweetest thing. She's a handful, but I also have Mabel, who we have, and we have Luther. Spyro died, unfortunately. I was gonna come on and talk about it because so many of you know Spyro. You knew Spyro. He was always with me. He was just everything to me. But I just couldn't. I was just devastated. So, so we lost him. I've never went to the vet with Dave when animals had to be put down. That's Lucy. Um, you know, and sometimes they would pass here, whatever, but I had to go with him. And Dave finally said to me, Cal, like he was having stroke after stroke, like it was bad. And I knew. And Dave said, Kelly, you just can't keep letting him go through this. So it killed me. But I went with Dave and we, you know, sat in the room and waited for the doctor and all the things. But, and they put him down. And I swear to God, ugh, one of the worst things I've ever been through besides, I mean, next to losing my son. Obviously, losing my son was terrible, but it was rough, to say the least. And I know you animal lovers out there understand. I know some people are just like, it's just a dog. I'm like, no. He helped me through my son's death, and, oh, he was just wonderful. But, you know, not with us anymore. All right, now I'm just going to do the news, and then I will continue on. So really, this is like me just talking while I'm painting. What's new? Really no instruction, but you can see it's very self-explanatory. Okay. That's it. Do I see? Now Lucy, when she plays with the other dogs, makes that noise like she's killing somebody. Like at first we were like, oh my gosh. No, she's not even biting anybody. She does it when she has a stuffed animal. That's her. That's little Lucy. Okay, I'm going to be okay with that right there. I really is. Okay. So, I want to do, probably not very, I want to take my green and do the lace around it. And around the circle while that dries. Let's see. Give it a help. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's get, I just need a little teeny little brush. I don't know. Let's see if this one will work. I want this to be like in a point. Alright, let's see. Oh, you know what I could use is my, what's it called? My marker. I don't know what they're called right now, but I could use that. Maybe to add like different things to it, I will. But I thought like the green with the orange, I don't know, I just thought, you know, all the things. Fun things. Making sesame jack chicken. You know that recipe from Fridays? Doing that today. Okay. All right. Now, after that dries, I'll do another coat, and then I want to go around the circle a little bit. To tidy it up. And maybe I might do bright orange inside. Perfection we are not going for. It's painted. Okay. Yeah, I know I'm going to have to do more here. All right, all right. Get in this little bit here. And because I did not gesso, and because this is paper, sucking it in. So, not mad at it, because I did it to myself. But, that's one of the reasons. So, I'm not going to wash that out. I'm going to keep it like that. And now, I got to get my, let's see, Posca pens. That's what they're called. Well, these are my permapaint, but I think this is what I'm going to do with the lips. I don't know if I want to paint them red or do this with them. We will see. That just helps me not stick my arm in it. All right, what color did I say we were going to do for that? I don't think I have orange. What about yellow? That might be good, so I'll leave that. And then I'm going to take this. Pray to the gods that it works, because these are my favorite. These are my favorite markers in the world. And Dave, it was right after my son passed. Bless his heart. He went out and bought me tons of art supplies. Because my son died December 10th. So it was before Christmas. So he went and bought me tons of stuff. And he bought me all these markers and in all the colors. And I had no idea. I'd never seen them before. And they are like everything. And now I've used them so much, they're running out. Like, they don't even work. And I'm like, oh, please, I need more. But I love these. And I know people, I mean, they're different. They're not like the Posca paint pens. These are opaque pigment marker. But, oh, they're just so good. Now watch it. It won't work, right? There we go. I mean, he bought me golden. He bought me all kinds of stuff. But I just fell in love with. Okay, not as red as I want it. But anyway, it has they have this tip and the chisel. Yeah, I'm going to have to probably throw paint down on them because, like I said, these... Well, maybe I could build it up. Let's see. I love markers. I would use markers all the time. I love paint too, but... One more slap on there will help it. Okay. Alright, that's not horrible. It'll do what we need. You know what I'm saying? It's like a more of a watermelon color. I like it. I want it like blood red. So I might be trying the Posca with that. We shall see. get this. What did I do with my favorite paints? My favorite markers. Let's see how this is going to work. Okay. Apparently this is blue. I'm so colorblind, it's not even funny. It looks black, but I guess it's blue. It says pure black. Why is it coming up? Maybe the pigment on the paint. It does say pure black. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to do that one more time so I can get that done. Are we having fun yet? Oh God, so many things I want to do. I could just sit here for hours. I was going to go live, but then I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to do all that again. And anybody watch Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, or whatever it's called? What do y'all think of that? Okay, that's good. I thought it was, didn't blow my mind. It didn't, and I know it's the first season. Usually the first seasons aren't that great anyway. It was alright. But I don't know. I wanted more dragons. Alright. Is it my best? No. Am I painting it? Yes. Yes, I am. Alright, I gotta find brown. What color are you? Purple. Nope, I don't want purple. I'm kind of out of it, guys. Still out of it. I have all my Halloween. The whole friggin' month is gone. I didn't get to do anything I wanted to do. All my Halloween stuff. You know Halloween's my favorite. Didn't get to do nothing. And I can't find my brown. So we're going to move on from that. We'll just leave that alone for right now. Because I don't know what the heck. We'll use a marker. So markers are 4. Although I don't think this is going to be as dark as I need it. But I don't know where this month went. Literally. And like, I didn't have, I had puppies the month before. I had them, you know, like, I had them 2 months. Yeah, 8 weeks. So that was it. And then, so I didn't really do much by choice, but, you know. And then the puppies got adopted. But I just don't know where this month went. Well, let's see how fast I can do this. Probably not fast enough. Because I love these markers. Because you could turn them. Yeah, it's going to work. I don't know if you could see. I got a little green left in my brush, but that's okay. You can turn them into watercolors till they dry, which is fun. Just adds another element to your, you know, arts and crafts supplies. I love twofers, and this is a twofer. You know, look at that. And then if it's too much, Like maybe I want this one side darker, I just go back in with my water. Do a dab for Angie. And then I'll just kind of go in and scrub and wipe. Scrub and wipe. I tell you what, Target, if they message me one more time, that's all I do. I know you got sales going on. You've texted me so many times. I have to turn it off. I don't know how it gets turned back on. I think they get into my phone. Anyway, so we got the handle. Not mad, not mad. Okay, now, well, let's do this mess up here. The mouth. So I'm going to go in with my red pasta. And let's see. How's she going to do? And she's just as pink. But that's okay. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do a top pink. One thing with these though, they're paint. So like, I'm always fussing and messing. Don't fuss and mess, okay? Because they will, they start drying and then you lift. And ain't nobody want a lifted lip. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. I'm going to clean this up here. What do we got? What do we got? What color are you? Cadmium red. Okay. Even my dog crying. Let's see if this still has the get up and go that I need. Alright, so wash that same little brush. And we're going to just tap it in there. And take it in here. And do I want to do that or do I want to keep? Maybe what I'll do is draw in where I want the blood. You think that'll make it dry fast? I don't think so. But down here I can do, let's see.
What was the turkey grateful for on Thanksgiving?
Oh my God.
Vegetarians.
Oh my God. Alexa just, okay, turn off. Alexa just.
I missed something. Can you say it again?
I'm going to do better. Yeah, so I'm just going in, drawing like drips. And I know it's hard for you to see, but trust me, they're drips. And then I'm going to go in and just paint them in. And then I'll go in with a smaller or something I'll go in with to make it more, how you say, you know, together, you know. Right now I just want the red. There's little drips. And there's apparently a dog hair or something. I don't know what that is. What's dragging? Who the heck knows? And I'm not putting teeth. I might go in and do something there, we'll see. But I want this to be bloody. But I'm going to have to go back in with that pink. I wonder if I will do like this. Here's another magic trick for you. Wet your brush, clean it off. Do the dab and do the dab. Dry it on a piece of paper, or I mean a thing, whatever, and then go up and draw. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but it takes the paint off. So then you can go back and fix, like, you know, maybe you made a mistake like I did, right? It happens. It happens. I'll just go and dab off. Anybody else want any dabs? So I can dab you too? I always like to do my dabs for Angie, sending her love out from my universe. So anybody else, just let me know down below. That's if anybody else is even still watching. Let's do that. Okay. And I'm not doing two parts. I'm just going with it. And if it's watched, it's watched. So I don't know how well you can see, but I got, you know, I got some of that out of there. So I'm just going to go back in and that needs to go like that. That little drip of, I call it the pee of the brush. When you wash your brush off and you think you dry it off, but all of a sudden there's like a little psh goes down. I call it the pee. Or urine if you're fancy. Not fancy here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to dry this and then I'm going to go in with my charcoal-y pencil and see if I can okay. So I'm going to go in here. Tip. If you go and you have a heat gun like me, even a hair dryer, but like a heat gun where you're drying your stuff, don't hold it close. Hold it up here and move it around. When you're done, even if I put my hand here now, I can still feel the heat. Do not go and lay your paint on top. Don't go like, oh, let me get paint and go on the face, because you will, you'll hate it, because it, like, that heat will real quick almost cook that layer of paint that you put down on top of the layer that you dried, and it is a mess, trust me. So let it dry. Let it dry. I don't know if you heard me. Let it dry. So I'm just going to kind of go in here and very lightly add some shadow here. To start, I should have grabbed a Q-tip. Now, I like using the nubbies, right? If you ask me to find a nubby, I can't find it. Sometimes when I can't find a nubby, what I'll do is get a paintbrush and just kind of, you know, and unfortunately for me right now, I mean, I can always clean this off in another time, but I do have a kit where I keep all my charcoal and all my drawing pencils and everything, and I have several paintbrushes there that I use, but, you know, right now this is here, so that's what I'm going to use. And I want to go in here. Will it let me? I don't know. because of that marker I used. I hope my head's not in the way. Okay, and then I'm gonna just follow this. You guys have to let me know how this is recording, like my voice and everything, because I don't know. It sounded okay when I did it, but who knows? I'm probably gonna have to use a black marker here, but let's see if I can get it to smush out. Oh yeah, okay. And I'm just going down and painting it as if. To lighten it a little bit, add some of that shadow in there. I'm also going to use white as highlights, so over here. Well, let's see. Might add one more. And I'll come back and do that, but I'm gonna go in here and just do the outsides on both of these. And I know I had a little bit darker, I think maybe a little black. Black might be a little too harsh, but I'm doing it. I'm just doing a little ploop-a-ploop and like on both sides. And then I'll wipe it off. Then I'm going in with water. Clean off my brush. Get water again. Get the little pea off. And make it a little more transparent. And I'm going back and forth, like I'm not going to just do one side until it's done, because then it'll dry and I won't be able to move it like I want. So this one has a little bit too much water, it's alright. That's just, I just want that for the, you know, because it's going to be like darker in there, but now I'll take more red and like blend it back a little bit. See how it mixes? And you'll see I have to go and fix the face a little bit. I'm not worried about that. That's just, you know, sometimes I mix my face paint. Sometimes I'm just like, I've been using this folk art face paint since I was little. I love the folk art paint. So I wet my brush and then I'm just going to kick it back a little bit, like almost like tap it. So we're making it look like lip liner in a way. See how and then it like blends it together. And it just kicks it back a little bit. I also do that. And once we get everything done and the highlights and the face fixed up, you'll see. Okay, so obviously that's going to be highlights, so I need some whites. So this is just wicker white. Okay. I'm just enjoying my life. And make sure you have a clean brush, not a pink one, not a red one, because whatever you put the white with, she gonna mix. Okay, and I just like to do that. And then I'm gonna, let's see. Oh, I gotta fix that one yet. Just some highlights on the blood. I'm not going to do that one yet, but I can do around that. And some highlights. Up here. And we can always push that back. Not worried about it. Alright. That's why I love the paint pens, you'll see. I'm going to take my, like this, I'm going to turn, no, you know what I'm going to do first is this. Let's get this part done. I'm not going to worry about all the shading on these, because forever. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and I'm going to outline this here and here, and then I'm going to take, let's see if I can get it before it dries, dry it off. Because I want shadow. I'm sorry, that's my neighbor. You can hear that through my window closed. Imagine what we have to hear. He's yelling at his kids. I don't know if I should start putting signs out. I'm recording. That's another reason. Like in the summer and stuff, I can't have my windows open and record because the neighbors are on this one side. They're loud. They're loud. Okay. Pull this out some. Bring that down like that. All right, Cal, what did you do with the marker? I'm such a spaz. What did I do? Oh, Jesus. Jeez Louise. And I'm going to do like a mark here with my brush. Do the tap off. If the yarn comes down, it's okay because it'll just help me extend this more. Depends on what side you want more shadow. That's just a cool way to shadow. And, you know, one good thing is that you can just go and buy one marker. This is a Faber-Castell Raw Umber Artist Pen. Big brush. I have every color of these. I love these. But you can see how versatile they are by just this little bit, you know. I've ruined some by sticking my wet brush on the tip. Don't do that. But the paint was still a little bit wet, so I'm just going to blend it. It's alright. And then we have our little boopy. That will just ever so slightly boop out. Right? Well, I always just do like I have to kick it back a little bit. Take some of the juice off. This is like our smile lines. And you can go over it. I can go on the sides here. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it. Not at all. So, what I want to do is fix right here. I should go in with a little bit darker and shade that. And I can just bring this down like this. Make it a little bit deeper. Yeah. Oh God, he's out there yelling still. I'm sorry. I'm trying. And then here, what I'll do is just kick these back a little bit. Just not have as many. Okay. Then I'm going to do this. Let me look. That's going to be wet. I don't like that much, so I will go back in. And that's okay. I mean, sometimes you don't like it. Go in and really try to push it back. And then add a little bit of a ball of light there. And then a little bit, not a lot. Put some blush on her? Probably not. Don't fuck with it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to dry this and then add the highlights. We're going to do the yellow, which I forgot. And look, I'm already over an hour in, right? So how are you going to... Alright, let's go in. And technically, yeah, should it be underneath here, the orange? Yeah, but guess what? I don't play by the rules. I'm a rebel, Dottie. Okay. I just think it like brings out that little bit extra. So let me know down below if I should keep doing my art videos. Like I said, this will be going a little bit, I'll speed through this one as well, but if you guys enjoy them, you know, all the things. Push back a little bit, but there. And I think I'm going to take my quinacridone burnt orange, which is another one of my favorite colors. I do believe this is, I think this is transparent, but we're going to see in a minute here, which is okay. Because I just want to go around these. Yeah, see, it's not going to do anything for me. I wanted to have a little bit of dark there. I need to shape those better. What am I going to do? Use my blue marker? Is that what I'm going to do? Trying to lightly touch so it kind of brings it out more. I could sit here for hours. This is ridiculous. Okay. I love sitting and doing like the little detail, but that is her. So technically it's me looking in the mirror. I want this to be a little deeper. I don't know what to do. If I use my paint, I don't know if I use a little bit of gray. This is ash. This might be too green gray, but we'll see. can just touch. Nope. It just added some light over there, which is okay. I need this more down here, I think. Now, take this brush, leave it wet. And we just want it to be like shadowed. I don't want it to keep getting too dark, but just like that. It's like the shadow. All right. I'm not going to be too mad at myself because I think for coming back and not painting in a minute, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Like I said, I could sit here hours and paint this. And if I was really, you know, I could edit better and all that. But let's face it, I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. That is it. That is it. That's what I wanted to do. Like I said, I can do more details. Not gonna do it. All right. So let me know down below, you know, what you guys think of this, and you know, what you want me to do next. I just thought this would be a fun thing to come back and do. But as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Go check out my daughter's channel. It's listed below. And let me know what else you want to see. I got some witchy stuff coming up. I got some nail stuff coming up. I got some stuff with Dave coming up. I have more painting coming up. So let me know. I love you guys. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.